He's out without the locks. Your reaction is? Did you chuckle? Did you recognize him?
I didn't really. He really was. It was a big transition. He's a really handsome dude. I didn't realize how handsome he was.
How about his change in his body? I mean, his upper body looks totally different.
Yeah, he's been chiseling away pretty hard, and he looks good, and he's doing good. And it's one day at a time. We're just trying to get everybody right.
You got some guys that can play both tackle and guard. I know you've always emphasized that versatility. Just talk about how important that is.
Well, it's really important. You're going to get injuries, and you just, that's. You're going to play games that are going to be decided in the fourth quarter, and if you lose anybody, you have to have a person that's in there that's functioning well, not just playing, and can communicate with the other guys. And, we're trying to make that the key deal is it really doesn't matter how the individual plays, it's the group. They have to play together, and so if you put someone in there, they have to be able to function. And we're trying to mix guys up constantly in practice and walkthroughs, and we talk and challenge guys in the meetings about what position they're playing, whether they can be in a left-handed stance, an up stance, how whatever way we're trying to attack people, that we can have guys in there that are multifaceted and can handle that stuff.
Hey Art, you've been around swag a lot in your career here, and I know that's something this team wants to get back to. Can you talk about sort of what it was and what it is now, if it's changed a little bit in terms of being a team goal?
I just think it's you are what you are. The game's about winning and losing, and I think Coach Golden, from the day he took over here, has been on a relentless assault to win, and that's what the entire swag is, and it's an entire prescription from January to January, and we're following it pretty hard, and we've whittled away. It's like starting out with like a clay statue, and we're banging and we're getting down to where we're ready to function. I'm not making any predictions or anything. I just like what our team is doing and where they come from, and how everybody's in we're all here. We're all getting here, and that's what he's trying to do.
All right, a lot's been made in the offseason and in this camp about change and Chantrell. How much have you noticed, and what type of change have you noticed?
Well, I think I think it's about the goldenization deal, that you're in or you're not in, so that's it's a whole deal. That's why we got a train on our chest, that's going uphill, and we talk about it all the time. Get in the train, lean forward. If your foot's out, we're going to axe it right off. You know what I mean? That's how it is. We're a team, and we're all doing this together. And he's part of it, and Brandon Linder and Malcolm Bunch and Shane, and they're all trying to help him. And together we'll get this done.
Technically, have you noticed anything different in him?
He's always been a pretty good technician. It's just putting it all together. A lot of people think they have the concept of what putting it all together is, and then you get in this deal, and man, I'm 56 and I'm learning every day.
How often do you use the word goldenization?
Just there. You're going to lose it right there. Don't tell them I use it. All right.
These top six guys that you're working for this first unit, just how competitive is it? And these guys have played substantially for you.
Well, you make a good point. In all the years I've coached at Miami, I've seen, we're at maybe 8 or 9 guys that can play and win, and man, most of the years, if you've got 5, you're lucky. That you're saying, hey man, you can put them there against anybody and they'll operate. And I think we're close, to being too deep.
How's Felice looking?
He's tough. He is a tough dude, bro. And he's smart and he can play anywhere. And he is a ferocious, old school, put your face in the fan whacker. You know what I mean? So for an offensive line coach, he's fun to coach.
You've been around veteran groups before. You've been around guys that have played together for a long time. This group is kind of taking on that kind of mindset. What's the difference between a group that's kind of you got a couple freshmen, you got a mix, whereas this group has all played together before?
It's all the difference in the world, and you turned it up right. But I'm looking at now. I'm not saying we're there at every position, but it's been happening. It's like catharsis. I don't know what it is. It's every position group we've been just grinding on, and they're getting to the point where they can play multiple positions, and they understand the system, and they understand the work ethic involved, and they're in. Like, that's what we're talking about. It all goes back to that train again. Get on board, you know?
Has there been a young offensive lineman that you've been particularly pleased with this first week?
Well, I was so upset that Danny got hurt, because he made so much progress for a young guy, and Gabois has been doing really good. Gabois is got a lot of skills, and that's about right. Oh, and Alex Gall for a guy that you just keep forgetting this is his 5th practice, and now I'm starting to yell at him. I was going to say just be nice to him, but now it's like, okay, we've been doing this for a couple of days, let's get it on, man. You know what I mean? So, and he's going to be a good player. He's a tough, smart guy too.
Where's he been, inside or out?
He's been center or both guards. Excuse me. That's where he's been. A little bit of tackle too.
Shane McDermott, and what does he add to the line? That experience, that consistency.
He's just. He understands it like a coach does, and occasionally, not rarely, but I'll let him correct me in the meetings. You know what I mean? So he's a good guy, man. He knows the safety structure. He knows what's going on, and he understands everything that's happening.
Thanks, guys.